play whoever you want. And he was trying to tell me to play Mega Man in this matchup, and I personally hate this matchup.
This sounds awful. Like, why would you ever want to?
I don't want to throw good projectiles at. Oh my gosh. So he's got the tag crucial, and he's got Ken's theme playing.
That's actually crazy. Okay.
That's hilarious. But anyways, so going on with this matchup, like I personally don't like it for either character because both of which don't like the same interactions with one another. And it kind of leads to in my opinion, more slower matchup. But
I agree, and that's kind of Nobuds' whole game. Nobuds is playing against other zoners all tournament. He played against me. He's playing against Waker now. I can't believe that bowling ball miss. That was wild.
I know, though. Either that bowling ball has the biggest hitbox in the world or the smallest.
Exactly.
Or you get caught when he's holding it up in the air. You know, it's
There's nothing you can do. It's how it is. Oh, great tech from Nobuds. You got to stay alive.
Nice angle on the metal blade, too.
Yeah.
And
spot
baits
dodge
at the spot dodge into the upper.
The world's slowest grab gets totally spot dodged. And it's so interesting because, with these kind of events, Waker, from Fairbanks, about 5 hours north of here. Nobuds, from the area-ish.
More so. Close. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you're dead.
The He's like more closer into Anchorage region because I think around in between Eagle River.
Yeah, he's Chukiak.
As far as like Valley players go, I don't know how many repped outside of like myself, Ronan, and I think there was like 3 or 4 other. There might have been a handful that I just haven't seen yet.
Exactly.
But I do know that Banks came in representing a lot.
Yeah, we brought a lot of us.
Yeah, and it was a really, really awesome turnout.
Yeah, and it's cool because all things considered, these kind of matchups with like Fairbanks versus Anchorage, because of the distance, really don't happen that often. And it's just interesting to see. And Waker in particular, has been playing a lot more Street Fighter recently. He's kind of getting more into the traditional FGC. He's really the only reason he entered Smash this tournament is because he wanted to play against Larry Lur.
Yeah,
that was his goal.
And
that's all he wanted.
I think that's a great reason for wanting to join. And you know what? I think that he very much so has the potential to get to play against them.
Yeah.
And it's also more difficult for him for being like a top-seeded player, so he's probably not going to see that without going through a whole practice.
Yep, exactly. Like, he has not run into Larry yet. That would have demolished Mega Man if that hit.
Again, one of the reasons why I hate this matchup. You can't. A lot of your fun tools with this character just kind of get pocketed. So
yeah, I wonder if, and this is totally theory crafting. I feel like this gets brought up every time Waker plays a set and anyone knows Waker.
Yeah.
For context, and if you're not in Alaska, this might sound insane, but it's relatively common. Waker does not have internet. At all. It's not like, his internet's bad. Like, it's really weak. He has trouble playing online. He doesn't have it.
He's a hermit.
Ever.
He's Oro from Street Fighter.
Yeah, straight up. He's never been able to play online, ever. Thankfully for Waker, that man loves training mode. So you'll see it in his movement. You'll see in his advantage state. He has just done like 3,000 hours of training mode. And
that was
and it does not matter if you get bowling balls. But outside of that, I think movement is going to play a lot of a key factor, and especially against a zoner versus zoner matchup, movement is everything. It's all the little. You have to be in such high control of your character. I wonder if that's how Waker feels more comfortable here.
Yeah, and the movement is equally as important in these matchups with zoners as it is to know like the proper spacing on your zoning tools as well.
Right.
Like the zoning itself, it's the luxury in the matchup.
Yes.
The difficult part is definitely the movement. And that being said, Nobuds is also a lab monster as far as like he will put things into the lab as well as being able to play online sets or get whatever sets he can get. I know that he's a very active and very hungry player, so it's been showing in the last year or so that he has been putting in more time, and that's where we're at today.
Yeah, and I believe Nobuds started during COVID, so he's relatively newer too.
Yeah, newer in the sense of like, because we still have some old heads that pop back up since pre-COVID that started coming back, and then it's nice to see a lot of the new blood like have that hunger for this game. And it's so weird post-COVID, I feel like my goodness, landed into the upper.
Oh my goodness.
Most of the post-COVID crowd have really defined what the meta is currently, because the meta, I want to say 2019 and below has just been it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it has.
And a lot of these players, they are very hungry for frame data, which is something that was unheard of back in early days of old.
No one cared.
Yeah, nobody cared. They just went for, oh my gosh, he changed. I have not seen.
I've never seen.
What am I seeing?
You're seeing maybe.
This is the first time I've ever seen Nobuds use a different alt for this character.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone use this alt.
Is this hidden tech?
Maybe this is the power up Nobuds needed. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to like theory craft what happened in game 1. I imagine Waker's been Mega Man the whole time. And I'm happy to see the Nobuds not doing Donkey Kong. I'm glad that era's over. I think he really sees focus on the Villager, and I think he can do it with Villager, as you can kind of see with his start here.
Yeah. No, I have not seen the Donkey Kong pulled out this bracket, unless it was in a set that I just wasn't watching.
I don't think he's done any of it.
But I think
huge.
It's a really, really smart thing of him to stick with his guns with the main that he wants to play. Like, I know that he enjoys Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
But I've even told him, like, in sets against one another, I'm like, this will help in certain situations that you can get maybe a free win or two with playing your alt, but it's not going to always be the go-to solution. You're going to need to get familiar with the uncomfortable matchups with your main.
Exactly, yeah. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. And even though this matchup is probably decently uncomfortable for Nobuds, scores 2-0. Look at this, he's playing pretty comfortably here. Oh, and that's for stock.
He really wanted to. He was going deep for that.
Yeah,
and I think
really wanted that.
Like coming from what a
oh wow.
that was a Kevin McAllister ass setup I've ever seen.
I don't think I've ever seen someone ever tech chase with the tree.
That's what I'm saying. Like he set up the paint buckets, dude. He's booby trapping the home.
You ever played Fantastic Attraction? I think is what it was called. An old PC game. Yeah. He set up the Rube Goldberg machine. It got it going.
I'm imagining like while Nobuds was up on set, he had the GIF of like all the math equations popping up in his head. and then Waker's just got the 10 flow chart going through his head.
100%.
Yeah, no,
unbelievable.
This has been a fun set so far. It's unfortunate that we did miss that first game, but they just jumped right into it. They wanted to get through it.
And I got respect for that. Get this going. I mean, they made it this far. Why stop now?
I really do like in this matchup, even though like I feel like it's pretty 50-50. Maybe Mega Man favored slightly above, but I feel like the one of the things that tends to help is when any zoner for that matter, if they have multiple ways to zone, they can throw out like a bait projectile to bait out pocket, and then they have access to their stronger tools after. But
100%.
We've seen a fully charged Buster get pocketed, and that is no joke. Especially when Villager has access of it anywhere off the ground.
That just kills you at 0, I imagine, right? Like you're just dead.
Oh, 100%. I'd seen in your guys' set with Reflect on Bowling Ball. That was crazy.
You should have seen how much damage Reflect Tornado did. It was absurd.
That's kind of parry on the turnips.
Yeah, unfortunately gets the sour spot on the up tilt.
Oh, he was trying to go for a cheeky setup there.
Yeah,
I think that had potential to break shield there if Waker ended up having just a little bit of shield damage.
Yeah.
I was going for the more Kevin McAllister setups.
Yeah.
They love the platforms. They love that F smash. But what kind of villager would they be if they didn't?
Exactly. And I was really surprised playing Nobuds because I remember. Oh, hello, back on. I remember. Playing my set with Nobuds, I immediately like banned FD, right? Because I'm thinking, oh, Villager, hard zoner. And then Nobuds took me here. And I was really surprised because I feel like Villager would not want to close that space. And then I kind of realized that Villager's advantage state, yeah, he loves it. Villager loves this kind of stage.
Yeah, the dual plats, they set up for a good spot for Bowling Ball, like when it comes to ledge options.
Yeah. As
well as being able to... One thing that I've always wanted to see Nobuds incorporate into their game plan just a little bit more is the utilizing Villager's dash attack.
Yes.
They use it in like frame traps, but with having platforms in different angles, there are cheeky setups you can do to set up the dash attack into a Lloyd. And that yeah, like off stage if they want to recover low, you toss a pot at them, knocks them up into the Lloyd.
I think I've seen Keps do that in particular, which is it's sick. It's so cool.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those like math equations that they got floating in there.
You have to have be always 3 steps ahead with this kind of character, right?
Yeah. And in this situation too, whenever they have the ability,
catch at the jump.
That's gonna take it for Waker 3-0. And one thing that's really what Mega Man doesn't have the best recovery options. He does have a decent mix-up with the ability to save his double jump post using rush.
Yeah.
But one thing that's really that was crazy in that set was that Waker went so deep off stage to confirm kills, and you kind of have to do that
Yeah.
as Mega Man because his kill options are actually pretty weak outside of like having to step out of the comfort zone.
Oh, 100%. Like you have to do that kind of extension. I think that zoner matchups in particular, and I'm saying as someone that plays a zoner, right? So it's like, all right, man. But I think zoner matchups. Get out of your way.